Hi, my name is Lacey Reneker, an occupational therapy student at Midwestern University. Today I'm going to be showing you an OT-based kit titled Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifier. The Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifier kit can be used for all populations, men, women, children, both older and younger. The predominant occupation for this kit is activity of daily living. This kit mostly focuses on basic grooming and tending to your activities of daily living. However, it could also focus on your social and leisure occupations as well. This OT kit is designed for a wide variety of populations, including those who suffer from an upper extremity injury, somebody with a TBI, somebody who recently had a stroke, an older population who wants to regain some independence, the younger population who needs to learn just basic skills of activity of daily living, and also somebody who has sensory issues. Like I said, this kit can be used for almost anybody, men and women alike. Let's get beautiful. We will start out with the hair portion of the Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifying Kit. To begin, we have 4 different types of combs in this kit. The first comb is very easy to use and pretty easy to hold onto if there's somebody struggling with arthritis, for example. This handle has a grippy texture to it and is a lot easier to hold on. Oppositely, there is this smaller comb with a very small, narrow handle at the end, and then in between we have these 2 wider handles for the climb. Next in the kit, we have 2 different ways to hold your hair back. The first is a basic headband, and this headband can be used to hold your hair back, as well as these hair bands. These hair bands will be a little bit more difficult to put in your hair just because it takes a little bit of strength in your fingers. There's some other ways that we can hold your hair back as well. The first is this larger clamp, which is easier to grip on and doesn't take much force to push down and open. We also have this smaller clamp, which is a lot harder to pinch down and will require more pinch strength. Last and more difficult, to grade up this activity, we would use a bobby pin. This bobby pin is very small and a lot difficult to open compared to this clamp. We also have in this kit 2 different types of deep conditioners. Depending on if somebody has a sensory issue, they may or may not be able to handle this on their hands when applying, but this will also take a little bit of muscular endurance to keep your hands above your head for a while, also crossing midline when you're applying it. Next, we will be going over the skin portion of the Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifying Kit. So first we're going to talk about the 2 different types of face masks I have. One of them is a thicker, more gritty face mask, and it will dry very thick on your face, and you can really tell when it's on your face. The other of the 2 is not as thick and dries a lot more thin. You can't really tell when it's on your face. Depending on your client, they may or may not be able to handle face masks. So both of these can be put on your hands and your arms as well. Next, we have just a basic toner, and it's just a liquid base and can be applied to your face, your hands, or your arms, and it just dries as water. This is also grading down this face mask because it is a very similar texture as water. And then last is just some lotion. This can be used for just hand massaging and really just preparing the nervous system and waking it up a bit. Last, we will talk about the nail portion of the Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifying Kit. Here we have 2 different ways to file your nails. The first is a grade up, and it involves a lot of pinch strength and really calibrating your fine motor movements throughout the activity. Next, we have just a buffing block. This block is a lot easier to hold on to and doesn't require as much strength as the file. Another way to challenge sensory is these toe separators. Personally, I don't like the way this feels in between my toes and can be very difficult for other people. So this can challenge some sensory in your feet. We also have this pedicure buffer. One side is a lot more thicker than the other side, and this side's a lot grainier and a little bit more sensitive to your skin. This will be your grade down and your grade up. Here we have 3 different tweezing options. One is a very small tweezer, and it's not as challenging to push down, and it's a very small, so you can maneuver it very well. The next is also a small tweezer, and it has a very helpful shape to hold it. It's a lot easier to grasp and also really easy to push down. Last are these large tweezers, and it's a little bit more difficult to push down on these tweezers. However, it's a bigger range of surface to hold on to, so this could be a little bit easier depending on the client. I also have here 2 different ways to care for your cuticles. The first is a tool. This tool will trim your cuticles, but also takes a lot of fine motor movements to 1, hold on to, and then 2, maneuver through your nails. The next is just a cuticle oil massaging cream. This cream is really easy to use. You just dab it on, and that's that. The best for last are the different nail color options that I have in this kit. Depending on the client, will determine which polish brush will be easiest for them. Here we have 2 small nail brushes, which is a lot easier to maneuver, but the small brush is a lot harder to grip. And then the brush handles range in size. However, this brush is a lot smoother and harder to hold on to, whereas this brush has a grippy texture and is easier to hold on to. If the client wants to paint their nails and doesn't really have the skills to do it in a proficient way, here I have a clear coat where they can still enjoy and engage in the activity without making a mess of their hands. So that's it for the Hair, Skin, and Nails Beautifying Kit. I hope you learned that this kit could be used for just about any population and anybody who's suffering from an illness or disability. I hope you realize that this kit was modified and each activity in the kit could be scaled, grading up or down. And most importantly, I hope you know that everybody deserves to look and feel beautiful.